She belongs to the streets.
Next on Conversations with Cliff.
Oh.
Wow. Cuzzo, what's up, man? I heard you got something you need to get off your chest.
Yeah, I gotta get some. Dude, look a little heavy, man. I gotta get some number two. Okay, so okay. I'm gonna give y'all a scenario and help me understand before I react. Because I'm finna react, but I don't want to react the way I'm about to react. It's about women and when they ask for men who know how to communicate. When you ask for a man who know how to communicate, make sure that you've at least engaged with a man who know how to communicate. Because then you run across a man who do know how to communicate, it can go left. And I'm in a situation where it went a little left because she asked me a question. And I said, well, I don't roll like this. You're not the only female I'm communicating with. And at the end of the day, if you want to take it there, understand that this does not make me solely yours. This is not just you. And so I got this. I ain't got a text message like this in a long time. This thing was about a good, I would say that was the longest text message I think I've ever seen. I don't think iPhone should allow a text message to be that long. Like you gotta go ahead and write a letter because that text message, it's one of the text messages that you forget where you at, and so you have to re-scroll to find yourself back in the conversation. And so the issue is, this is about the red room. Let me say something about the red room. Now, to come into the red room, we got to talk about, before you get into the red room, you have to understand that this red room has gone places. This red room has seen things. This red room has ventured out. So when you send me a message like, how many, who else was in this red room? That's none of your business. It's none of your business who's been in this red room. And you can't get mad at me because other women like to venture into this red room. This red room is magnificent. This is a glorious adventure that you will never get in your life again. So you either experience it and enjoy it, or you don't get into the red room. But you can't get mad at me because I like to share this experience. This is not for one person. This red room is for a plethora of people. It's meant to be enjoyed and shared.
Well,
so my question is, am I out of line if I don't allow her into the red room?
I'm gonna defer to the ladies first.
I'm gonna pass and hear y'all suggestions.
Don't pass.
Coco.
Are you wrong? I mean, how was the relationship established? Like, wasn't all of this talked about? Or, I mean, did you guys just start communicating?
No. She's now come to a point. She's like, I want to experience the experience. Like, I want to see what it's like to go to the church. Now, we've been talking, let me say this, we've been talking for like 6 months, 7 months. And we've never gone there because I've reached a point in my life where I'm very selective. Like, to go there with me, I'm very selective at this point because it's like, I don't get off on the actual sex. I don't get off on, that's not the fun part for me anymore. It's fun, but it's not the climax for me. The climax is the power that I have on the mental aspect. And so I enjoy that part more than I do when we actually get to this point. So I've enjoyed the entire adventure. So for me, it's no problem to be like, we're not gonna go there. And she basically to a point she's like, well, we need to cease communication because I want you just for myself. And I'm like, whoa, that's not where we at. That's not the space we in.
I feel like that's natural though. I feel like men and women, especially if you're talking to somebody, it seems like there's always one person who starts to fall for the other person, even if the conversation was at the beginning, listen, this is what we do, maybe we have fun, but let's keep it cool. Because in the beginning, everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm good with that, cool. But then the natural human emotions can set in, and then somebody is like, hold up a second, I'm actually feeling something for this person. And whether it's the female, I think it's natural to do that. So the fact that she's doing that, it doesn't seem strange. The fact that she wants more doesn't seem strange. I don't know. I don't think she's, maybe how she expressed it in a text, maybe it was more of something that y'all should have spoken face to face about. That would be, to me, the only thing that I could see where it was like, sending a bunch of texts that could be miscommunicated. You could translate it differently. You could read it in a way that maybe she didn't mean for it to be read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that type of conversation probably should have been a face-to-face, but I don't think she's wrong.
I've never met a woman that you can have sex with her mind, but she's not gonna feel like that. Personally, I've never family member. You make love to a woman's mind and you have her mentally, she's gonna get to that point where that's what she wants. And if she doesn't, then you only need to do those type of things that women that's out there like that. Because at the end of the day, what are you get what I'm saying? Like, you want that kind of woman, but that's what decent women is going to come with that, with wanting to be one-on-one with a man, not having others. That's just what it is. But if she's outside like that and she, a little bit here, a little bit there, and she don't get caught up and she's very easily detached, even when you're in her mind, then, if that's the kind of woman you want, but what's the good in that, really? So, I don't know.
So is he wrong for the way he approached, like he made her fall first mentally?
But is she wrong for deciding that now I don't want to do it at all because this is what I want?
Of them are wrong because they're standing on what they feel.
Yeah.
And as long as you stand on what you feel, and you, as he said, this was someone that he was able to communicate with, then they should understand that, hey, I'm telling you exactly how I feel, and you know why I feel the way that I feel, and I respect the way that you feel. So if you need to distance yourself from me, I respect that. Yeah. But I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not going to stop doing what I do because this is me.
But I don't respect it though.
You don't respect it?
I don't like how this is going about because I guess my issue is like
you want
we've been solid for 7 months. Like this has been cool for 7 months.
You want it. Yeah, that little woman want to go hunting, to go swimming though.
Yes, and I don't think you should fault her for that. Because you're expecting her to ride that same wave until when?
No matter how she feels, she cares about you. So you mad that she care about you, basically.
Right, that's essentially what it sounds like.
You mad that she don't see you as a piece of meat no more.
But it was never that. Wait a minute, how we get to a piece of meat?
You get what we say, though.
Yeah.
Woman logic, man. It's a switch up.
Because
that's not cool.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've been in a situation where it was, this is what it is. And then all of a sudden I felt some type of way. And he was like, no, this is what it was. Okay, cool. So then I back up. And then after that, he's like, okay, I'm ready now. And it's like, no, what are you talking
Nah,
about?
I'm not ready.
You know what I mean?
And
So then
that's normally how.
at a certain point, you probably gotta call it. I know that you've been talking to her for 6 months and you probably feel a little something because you obviously bothered by what she said.
Right.
But you probably you gotta call a spade and walk away, or you gotta do something because she's looking for a commitment from you.
And you're not
that's
willing
not
to
where
give it.
you're at, then you better call it because
Exactly.
so
Call it for what it is and
you get
accept
mocked.
her. Let her know, hey, we good. We good. You need somebody to talk to. I'm here. You know what I mean? But I understand that you got to go to
Or
protect
tell
you.
her, you know, we both take it. Let her down in a good way. We both taking the L because obviously you taking the L too. You enjoyed
Exactly.
the way
I really don't want to lose you.
you enjoyed the way
I
the
don't want to lose you
situation
as a
was.
connection, as a friend. I enjoyed the energy that we transmit between each other. But I understand that you looking for a little bit more than I'm willing to give out right now. You know what I mean? I have other things that I desire to do.
You can just tell her, look, we cool and we've had fun, but I'm for the streets. Just say that.
Yeah, wait a minute.
All the way and then blow the smoke. Look, and then blow the smoke afterwards.
Did you just? She just thought about
just like that.
She just put
Hey, but why they got to be for the
She
streets
just
though?
made you a
Blow
thought.
the smoke afterwards.
Damn,
She
P3.
thought you quick too.
Yeah, she did. At
I
P3.
don't know. She might laugh.
Let me ask JB. Outside of her demands, because that's what they are. You're dealing with a terrorist. Yeah, that's some terroristic stuff. If listen, if from the beginning, from the gate, I tell you exactly what I'm looking for, and you say, "Cool, me too," and I remind you of that when I see you jump, when you step out of line, and I see your feelings is showing a little bit, and I say, "Hey, whoa. This is all we doing." And you say, okay, because you continue to ride. And then you end up at the end and give me a ultimatum type situation. I'll holler at you.
Yeah, but you should have pieced out a long time ago though.
Why?
If you felt like there was confusion and there wasn't understanding in between y'all, then it was time to walk a long time ago. You just kept going, was getting what you wanted.
But I told you what it was.
You a grown man, and you know that men deal on logic and women are on emotion 9 times out of 10. And just because we both go into it fair-headed, you're the giver, we're the receiver. Sex is the main exchange of energy that you can have on this planet. That's the #1 way of energy transfer. So yes, she may have felt like I can do this. Her intentions were pure. But once you have that interaction, once, twice, you breaking these walls down, literally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Literally.
Once that one got up in that thing,
you cannot feel away because she's naturally tapping in to her woman instincts about you. You cannot. What?
Throw the curveball in there.
What'd he say?
I ain't had sex with her.
Yeah, but you've been fucking her mind.
Exactly.
She better learn how to wear a condom.
You just said that's your specialty. So you came in already knowing what the game was.
That's not my specialty.
So y'all
wait a
Wait a
minute.
minute. What is this? You just basically.
I just want to know how the whole condom. How did she wear a condom to keep from getting a mental orgasm? I'm trying to picture that, and I'm sorry, but I'm stuck right there.
When I say that, I mean it like this. Flip the script. Y'all women need to take accountability because y'all putting it all back on Cuzzo like he wrong.
No one said
she's a grown woman.
Exactly, and she understands where.
And she changed her mind.
Okay, then bye.
Exactly.
But no. Here's my thing. It's the communication piece. It's not. I think the problem is she wasn't ready for me to communicate transparency. I don't play the BS. Like, yo, like this is what it is, and we gonna keep moving. Like I've never been one to be like, I really don't care how you. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to shuffle this. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you how I really feel. Like I'm gonna tell you getting out of line. You need to pull this back. You tripping. You doing it. I'm just gonna tell you what it is. And here's what it really boils down to is she's been saying she want a man who know how to communicate. And here it is, she got a man who know how to communicate. I don't believe a majority of women who say they want a man who know how to communicate are ready for a man who know how to communicate. I don't believe that's the case. I believe a lot of women say that because then what I find out is in this woman's situation, I look back at you've never dealt with a man who know how to communicate. So when I say things, you take it and you run a completely different way. You go so left with what I said. It's like I didn't even say all of it. I didn't even say the things that you are telling me that I said. I simply said, this is where we're at. Now we can stop here or we can move forward. But she like completely want to end conversation. She wants to completely end you. She don't want to have nothing else to do with me. All on the simple fact of she wants details of the other women that are in the situation. And I'm like, that's not your lane. Like, what does what I do with them have to do with you?
I think
that's not safe.
I think it's a control thing, almost similar to you saying this is what it is in the beginning, and she's saying okay, but in her mind she like, I'm gonna change him. I'm gonna get him to change over time. So her wanting to know about these other women is her saying, well, it's chess, not checkers with her. She's trying to see what you did so she can outmaneuver them because they're the competition. They're the ops. That's my opinion.
Is she asking to know that information because she wants to be intimate with you? Is that what you were mentioning? Is that?
I don't think she wants to know the information. I think the intimacy, I think she wants to go there regardless, but she wants to know what I do with the other women.
Oh, I see. No, that's weird. No, because that's not necessary.
Yeah, because then you turn into like the crazy person. Like, I don't want to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just.
And it's, I don't understand where the change up is coming. I think it's really throwing me off because the change. Because there's been times like I've seen her out and about with other dudes.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
I've gone.
You're just getting deeper. Okay.
Variables matter. Variables matter.
And the thing about it, like I've seen her with other dudes, and I've gone. I spoke. Hey, how you doing? Because we never said that we can't entertain other aspects. Let me say it like this. So I've never tripped on it. She's seen me with other females. She came and spoke because it's never been, and so now it's like this is just weird to me because I'm like, where is this coming from? And it's like she completely wants to cut it completely off, and I'm like, did something happen like with a dude that now you want to like go a different like?
Maybe that's a manipulation tactic. Maybe she really don't, but she using the card of telling you she do. To see where that'll get her. Because so far the other ventures, the other routes not working. So I gotta throw the ace out there now.
Is it a control thing?
Yeah.
It's a control thing.
Right.
You want it to be a control thing so bad.
That's what it sounds like. It's what it sounds like.
You called this a woman a terrorist.
He was
calling her a terrorist.
Right. And he was calling it control, I feel like, before JB even got the details out.
Is it a control thing?
Yeah,
us, brother.
As soon as
it's
JB,
control,
what
lady,
did you want to say? Oh, she controlling you? Yeah, bruh.
What did you say? A spade? Call a spade a spade? Well, I'm calling control, and that's what it sounds like. She's trying to manipulate the situation to her advantage. It's classic. It's a classic narcissistic, manipulative move.
I'm just saying, JB, you're saying that, if she wants to cut it off, like, you not cool with just cutting it off? Like letting her just rock out?
No, because I like the energy. I like the control.
Oh, y'all bumping heads with that. That's what it is. Y'all, it's two people. It's two alpha. This is what we go back to. It's two alphas.
Oh, that's
Exploring their alphas, basically, is what it sounds like. And this is where, yeah.
But would an alpha on either side agree to those terms in the beginning?
Yes, because you ultimately in the back of your mind think that you still gonna control it because you got this. I do this. This is what I do. Yes.
One up each other. Like, okay, I can
An
do
alpha
it.
can pretend to play the back.
Right.
And that's
Or an
what
alpha can play the back.
Okay, and that's what she's doing. Now she just played herself off the board.
Not really, because he's saying he don't want to sweep her off the board. So she's playing her hand. She's trying to see.
Play.
She showed her hand.
If it's an alpha game, okay.
A true alpha.
I'm a mess up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mess up. Okay.
Be careful.
I didn't think about it like that. I ain't
Look, be careful.
That was a good one, Queen.
That's what it sounds like. It's two alphas battling.
Y'all ain't here. A true alpha don't play.
Well, obviously they definitely playing some game. They playing checkers or chess or something.
If it's an alpha game, I shall prevail.
Poet, you was in and out. You got AOL?
You know, I got cricket. You know, I had to go out there and catch a couple of the squirrels had jumped off the belt, and I had to go out there and get them back on the belt and get them in line and stuff. You know what I mean? But we back. Everybody calm down. Don't worry about it. Just calm down. We good.
You sure? We worry about you. You still got that dial up.
It's okay. It's all right. We in here.
Yeah, I like the idea that maybe it's two alphas. I think Queen called it on that one.
Y'all would twist something. Why she just can't just be kick rocks? Why she just can't go? I'm just saying.
He said she wanted to go. JB said he's not right. Like JB want to keep her on the team. What you mean?
She play a good mental game.
There we go.
See, and he likes the mental, and he said he likes the mental aspect of it. And she knows that. It's been 6 or 7 months. They having sex without that part. They still having sex. It's still energy.
Exactly.
Right.
Energy, foreplay is still there.
We need a full report next week, sir.
She do some things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
She do some what things?
She know how to play the mental game. She'll be somewhere and she'll make the little graceful move. It's I can't.
It's cool,
I can't
bro.
let this one go.
Move
I can't let this one go.
two steps ahead, 2 moves ahead.
I am. I appreciate this conversation.
Yeah, take it back to.
Yeah, I never saw her as an alpha female, but now that I know she's trying to do that, I shall tame the alpha.
An alpha female is going. A true alpha female will use her femininity to the highest. You will see it so feminine that it won't even appear to be alpha because she's so good at being at the feminine part.
So
it can only be one alpha.
There it is.
Because people see feminine as beta and submissive and more, but a lot of women know how to use that to get the ultimate power because that's what men crave, that other side. So that's also an alpha.
So
it's
y'all,
the same spectrum, it's just a slippery slope, you know?
Y'all use manipulation to get what y'all want.
Whatever.
As if
that's
whatever. One alpha.
There's no such thing as fair.
Okay, Cliff, back on you. Is it manipulation or motivation?
That's heavy. That's heavy. We talked about that. It's manipulation. Yeah. It's manipulation.
Also,
ain't no motivation in there.
Cliff, you the one with code words. So what's the manipulation? The code words that you mentioned, remember? In the car with your boy was talking to you. And he said, y'all got code words. And we was like,
There's people listening. Pineapples.
So y'all gonna sit here and tell me y'all have no code word amongst y'all lying in.
We might have a look on our face.
That's a code, ain't it?
But a woman is not gonna call on the phone and she know that you be in them kind of situations. But girl, such and such said we don't do things like that.
That's why
Right.
they be letting
No,
hey,
no.
look, Cliff. That's
Let
why
me.
they be having them look like
Monopoly,
tell him,
monopoly.
tell
This what they
him
do.
that I was with you.
This what they do. Let me tell you what
They
they
have
do.
to
I'm gonna
make
tell
sure
you
they
what they
see
do.
their face when they
Tell
do
you what
that.
they
You know what I
do.
mean? They have to make sure they have that see that face. So they get you know I'm lying, but I need you to lie with me. Shit.
Yes, that eye
We in this
contact.
shit together now. I done told this motherfucker I was with you. Now you with me. When we
Go-
just jump on the phone, talking about, hey man, tell the girl these damn rubber with you.
Like an
We
idiot.
ain't gave no indicator, no nothing. We just ain't no hello. Just, hey man, tell the girl these rubber these nigga. What? Wait, huh?
Go ahead, Cuzzo, because I see
They
what type of time we on tonight.
they gonna show that what they do is just what they do. They get on the phone. Look what he dressed in, girl. Just so you can see it ain't the dude that you was finna talk about.
Boom, boom.
And they
Ooh,
make and
ooh.
the dude think he like, dang, she like this fit. Nah, bro, she just was letting her girlfriend know this is who I'm with.
You big dummy.
Whatever you was about to bring to me, be careful because that ain't him. And then stroked his ego the whole time. That's some manipulative shit.
Look at the
It's
look at
called
the faces of the
power.
ladies.
It's not
Oh,
called
that was
manipulation.
power.
It's called power.
Now it's called okay. We're
Oh,
gonna
now
move
it's
the check.
foul.
I think one of our first episodes was manipulation can be used for good and evil, just like anything else.
That's more.
It can.
That's why I asked. Was it
So to
manipulation or
constantly
motivation?
keep throwing the word manipulation around is not necessarily a bad thing.
I like your switch up. Because you was wholeheartedly. I'm gonna
y'all.
run it back. I'm gonna run it back right here.
Queen is the professor today. Hey,
Okay.
sit
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Jump on y'all sister.
The women y'all
Victorious
typically like the
run,
most
whatever.
is the ones, the men that you usually see choose, they usually choose the women that chose to manipulate. 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. Start paying attention. The ones that
But see,
went a little extra, showed a little more, just in general, that's usually the case. Because
I
y'all
like the
like to be wooed. Okay, let's just keep it a bug.
And y'all don't?
But it's different. Women like the men to sit back and say nothing. That's a different type of manipulation. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a power play. Like we're not gonna do nothing. We just gonna sit here and make them come to me. It's a different thing. But it's all manipulation.
It's a different thing, but it's all manipulation.
It's
Make
all
it make sense,
manipulation.
Jesus. I'm not.
Make it
I'm,
make
come-
sense,
I
Jesus.
come from a area where closed mob don't get fed. So if you
Amen.
don't say nothing, you don't get nothing.
Some men don't like
So,
women that some
Sit
men
down
don't
and
like
think
women
that
that come
you
to
can
them
play
though.
I Dream of Genie or Bewitched with me if you want to. Wiggle your nose. You can wiggle your ass. If I don't give a damn, I don't give a damn.
Well, that's sad.
This is crazy. I do agree. A aggressive woman that you don't know is kind of like, whoa, like too aggressive. Like something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
But you can be polite. Yeah, you can be polite. Hey, how you doing? Casual
But
conversation.
that should be general. That should be the baseline with women. Like, no, it's not, but that should be a woman's baseline. You should always be kind. Period. Like that should be a woman's baseline to everybody.
Right.
Kindness. So that's not really nothing to look for. I mean that extra, that extra.
I seen a young lady out the other day. We were having dinner, my wife and I, and we seen the young lady. She had a shirt on that says, "I'm not shy. I just don't like you."
That's pretty dope.
Makes sense, because if a woman don't like a dude, it's extra. Ew, get out my ew. It's time to ew.
It's not.
Exactly. You can get theatrics.
That's not always the case.
Yeah, it's no. If
Yeah,
mature, no. Not
made
if
your
it's
head
some
itch.
immature
It made your
22-year-old
head itch.
acting like that.
Yeah,
It made your
that's
head
not.
itch.
It did. It did. Just
Yeah,
the
okay.
thought,
Okay.
just the rudeness of it.
Yes. Sheesh.
We here for the pat.
Hey, that's gonna be our code word right there.
Yep.
That's it.
Jump in here. Tap in.
You see,
Your weaves,
You know?
ladies.
Learning to lie. Learning to
hey,
lie.
man.
Thank you for listening. This has been an A2I Media production.